All right, we are here. How's everybody's afternoon? My afternoon is okay. I had a little bit of coffee, some Cinnabon coffee with some cinnamon cream cheese mini muffins. The snackery and the big bakery was most definitely on the attackery this afternoon. I'm enjoying myself. I'm also kind of tired. Tired of the bullshit. Like, motherfuckers make shit a bajillion times more difficult than the shit has to be every single time, and I don't understand why. Like, wouldn't it make more sense to just do what the fuck you're supposed to do the first time around so don't nothing go wrong? But it seemed like every single system I interact with has some like you know, some real devious, blatantly obvious shit wrong with it that nobody seems to be doing anything about. All right, I gotta complete the remaining trials. So light arrows. Let's just do this shit in order since I already bitch roll in the proper direction. Calm your ass down. I will only be here shortly, trust me. I only came here to shoot the shit. All right, now I'm going to what is this? Light temple shits? We don't have a light temple. It's just a temple of time. What's happening? All right, that was easy. All right, fire temple shits. More fire temple shits. All right. Oh, this ain't the lava you can walk on. That's bullshit. Oh my fucking god, these 3D jump. Interesting. Ain't shit here. I thought I was finna get an extra chest or something. I got nothings. I ain't get shit. They deceived me. Okay, had to fix my audio. Plug up my head. All right, so let me go to my Bluetooth settings real quick. Now I'm trying to get my controller to work. Bro. All right, let's hope that fixes it. Now go to my Bluetooth setting. Mm, all right, I'm gonna just turn on DS4 because shit is acting dumb, and I really don't have the patience for it. All right, everything is working. Kiss my ass, I would have killed y'all earlier. Now I gotta go this way. What you mean? What you mean, duo? Let me in. I would much rather have the fairy. I mean, is this supposed to go somewhere specific? Am I supposed to? I don't get it. I mean, I understand there are holes in the ground, but I'm not really comprehending. Am I supposed to just dump the fire up there? Is that what it is? I thought it was like a optional path or something, but if I don't really have a choice but to put the shit up the shits, I mean, I guess. What's the best way to accomplish this? If I throw it that way, it's gonna fall in shits. If I put it this way, it's not gonna fall in shits. All right. So first of all, what they want is for you to how do I explain it? I have two fairies, one in each bottle. They want me to empty out one of my fairy bottles and carry the fire with me from here to the other room and dump it in the shits. But I mean, considering the boss I'm about to go up against, I don't really feel You know, like I don't really care so much. It's like one of those puzzles that it's like an escort mission almost. Like it's just as I don't know, it's just as lame as an escort mission to me. So ultimately, I'm just kind of sitting here like, I don't even want to think. Like I legitimately like escort missions make me not want to think. Like that's what this puzzle is giving me. It's basically just very inconvenient, and I don't feel like dealing with the bullshittery. Whatever. Uh, I mean, I'm not understanding what that does. I mean, it's not like I can get it up there. I don't understand. And that shit makes it disappear. So one of them is supposed to straight up go in the whatchamacallit. Hold up. So what's the difference? Is there just a okay, so there's just a chasm underneath that one. All right, there's a chasm there. All right, there's a chasm there. Uh, Let me just restart the timer. This puzzle would make more sense to me if there was a block of time. All right, bless you. I'm gonna just push it and see what happens. Because sometimes I don't really feel excited enough about the particular section of the game that I'm playing to put any real thought into the puzzle, and that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I felt the same way when I was playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because most of the Ocarina of Time puzzles were so like it just made sense given the type of dungeon I was in that I was like more into it. But now it's like I don't really feel motivated to I don't know to really do anything. And more than anything, I kind of just want to skip the whole puzzle part and cheat. All right, so it always pops back up the same place that you drop the shits at. Hmm. Oh, that would be convenient. I wonder if I can. Oh no, it has to be right up against the shit because he has to jump. We got infinite fairies? Okay, so at least I don't have to worry too much about getting my fairy back. Who was I gonna Hmm. Damn, I wish these puzzles weren't so like was it tedious? Ugh. And can't push it that way. Can't push it that way. That'll fall directly in the shits. If I push you that way, you'll fall in the shits. If I push you this way, you'll hit the shits. But then if I push you this way or that way, you'll just be in the shits. If I push you this way, you'll be stuck here, but then you just won't. That'll just be it. If I push that in the shit, then push that in the shit, then it'll be on either side, but that doesn't really accomplish anything. If I put this shit in the shits and then that shit in the hole and then that shit there, then I can put the shits in the shits and put the shits in the shits. It's like if I think about it, I can figure it out, but the process of actually thinking about it becomes almost like it almost feels like I'm losing. Because like it almost feels like I'm losing because instead of just kind of like enjoying the puzzle, I had to grit my teeth and push myself through some shit that I genuinely didn't feel like doing. But I'm not gonna lie, that's what playing Tears of the Kingdom felt like. It just felt like it just felt like a really dumb like a bunch of really dumb puzzles kind of stacked together. Like the like all of the different shrines and shit. Because it was puzzles that I had already beaten in like the early Ocarina of Time days. And even when you do Master Quest, Master Quest has a couple of things switched around. And by the time you get to the Ganon's castle shit, I kind of expected more than just like a rehash of my least favorite puzzle in the ice cavern shit. Because slipping and sliding around the ice caverns is honestly one of my least favorite experiences in this entire fucking game. But hold on. So let me just kind of run through this real quick to make it clear what the puzzle wants you to do. So the puzzle wants you to push this here, then this here, then you push this shit this way, and this shit this way, and then you push this shit directly down the shits. I'm trying to get this fucking fairy so I can get my oh my fucking god, I'm throwing myself off the shit. That's how done I am. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much how you figure this whole fucking puzzle out. The problem is, at least in the moment, I hate puzzles that force you to use your Bottles. I think maybe that's just my personal pet peeve with certain parts of this game, especially the fucking ice caverns and like the water temple. It gets annoying as fuck, but you can kind of breeze through that if you're using cheats or mods or anything like that. But the fucking ice caverns, like I know everybody talks about the water temple, but the ice caverns is honestly just like my personal least fucking favorite. You come up here, you hit the fucking switch after using the fucking fire on the shits. Hold on, where's my? Because I want to do something specific with this. No, I can't. Because I can't use the arrows and the shits at the same time. Never mind. Also, I don't think it saved my progress when it forcefully disconnected me, which means I no longer have the other shits done. Do I actually have to? Okay. What's happening? Wait, so it only got these two, but it missed the one at the top, and it missed the. What the fuck? How is that even possible? What the fuck? Oh, they want me to shoot through one of the shits and hit the shit. And, okay. Yay, puzzles. I mean, but you know what? I'm kind of judging this shit based off of my experiences in certain other games and my experience in this game so far. And that's kind of not fair. I feel like once you get to the end game, there's just certain shit that's gonna feel repetitive. Uh, go ahead, patience. I'm at that point where I kind of want to just hurry up and finish the dungeon, leave. Don't care. And now I'm leaving. I want to test out the Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time randomizer. I don't want to try that. That was easy. I just spam the spin attack over and over again with the big round sword. Just rotate and then attack. That's what you got to do to activate that. The reason why is because your spin attack has crazy range when you're using the big going around sword. I think all I need is the light arrows, maybe the bottle if I want to be petty. What? What's going on? I can't target him. This is why I had two fairies. Oh, okay, yeah, you gotta hit him with the shit's heavy. Okay. Say my name. Mm. Light arrows. That's what all the pots at the bottom was for. What sound? I don't hear no fucking sound. What happened? What? I don't know if I care enough about this to finish it. So the solution is just to leave Zelda behind completely. All in your mouth. Don't leave me. Damn. And then it just stays on that screen. I just checked in on one of my friends while they on Twitch. They playing Grand Theft Auto. It's good for the body. I like how my screen is on Ocarina of Time, but my audio is on GTA. Um, so do you want me to tell you the trick to being a Ganondorf? You just roll through his legs. So when you first lose the Master Sword, switch to the bigger round sword, and then roll through his legs. Roll through his legs. Yeah, that's it. You just roll through his legs. Because he's so big that when you try to go to the sides, if you're not used to trying to time the frame perfect like rolls, you'll roll directly into his attack pretty much every time. So yeah, and you don't Z target him either. Also, when you're fighting them, just spam the spin attack. No, just keep going. Because what'll happen is they're programmed to eventually chase you down. So you chasing them down is what makes you lose the advantage. Because while you're trying to chase him down, he just kind of backs up and goes around you. But if you keep hitting the spin attack over and over again, because you didn't kill both of them in a short period of time, you'll be doing what I be telling. You be trying to zero in and reposition yourself. I didn't say to do all of that. I just said spam the spin attack. That's all you got to do. The stealth hosts are programmed to hunt you down. So no matter what, after a couple of seconds of him backing up, you don't go chasing after the stealth host. That's how he tricks you, right? You put your sword away, and then he just jump attacks you, and then you die. And he just repeats that over and over again until you die. Just spam the spin attacks. He'll go around you, and then he'll try to jump slash you. But if you're spamming the spin attacks, you'll catch him in the middle. And then eventually, it'll stun lock his ass. And he'll just keep trying to jump on you, and you'll just keep doing the spin attack. That's how you beat the stealth host. And then with Ganondorf, you just roll through his legs. Because in the second phase, he'll turn more sharply, and you won't be able to roll around him. But if you've just been rolling through his legs over and over again, you're good. I just beat this game more stream. Listen to the squeal now. Switch to your big round sword. Way better range. And just spin.
it! Then the second step. Super simple. You're gonna love this. The second step is that I've called the feds and they're going to arrest you. Now don't freak out. It's just the fastest way inside. Then all you need to do is break out of wherever they put you. And then just plug the hacking device into their system and then make it to the roof. I got someone prepped to fly you out. Simple, right? Yeah, simple. See you on the other side.
Give me something. Why were you here? What were you looking for? Why won't you talk? Break! I'm taking a break. God damn it.
I'm doing.
Because you keep running in a circle. If you know your enemy is in a certain direction, just turn towards the enemy. So when you run through his tail, I mean, when you run through his legs, just turn the camera around. Like pause it for a second. You'll like when it comes to Z targeting, like how do I put it? It's like you'll get flustered with the idea that you're in the middle of combat and you won't really like consistently do the same thing. So like when you're approaching, don't just run towards his legs. Make sure you're rolling between his legs. That way you won't get hit. The other thing is, when you run under his legs, his tail is a little bit up off the ground, which means if you just run under his legs and you start swinging the sword, Link is probably not going to hit shit. Because remember, Link has the horizontal slashes and the vertical slashes. When you're moving in a certain direction where you're Z targeting, Link does the up and down slashes, right? He does the vertical slashes. But when you're just standing stationary, he'll do the horizontal slash. So bigger on sword gives you more range. Spin attack gives you insane range and multiple attacks within multiple attack. What is it? What do they call it? Attack frames. Multiple attack frames and a single full-fledged attack animation. Basically, spin attacks are your friend. So roll between his legs, refocus the camera, and slash, or roll between his legs, spin, and then keep running in that same direction. Well, basically, I'm on Twitch watching one of my friends play Grand Theft Auto 5. I just beat Ocarina of Time on stream, and I'm watching Yoshi over here do the final boss battle for Ocarina of Time. Basically, culturing through it. What happened? Wait, why did you run up and attack him? Want to just take a break? I mean, we've been streaming for an hour and a half.
Okay, put the pilot on. Oh, I'll send my location now. I've got a stack of cash
My
waiting
day
with
is going
bang
pretty
on
well
it.
so far. Had some coffee and some cinnamon cream mini
Oh,
muffins. I think they
shit!
were.
I'm picking up incoming aircraft. Don't panic. Do
I
not
mean, my
panic.
body's working well.
Are you hit? Did they get you?
Um,
Oh, no, no, no.
the boxing shit is going well. My body is in pretty great condition. Can't fucking complain. Although, I could always do with more money. Hence why I'm on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Trying to maximize my passive income by, you know, using social media to basically enjoy some of my passions, some of my hobbies, and hopefully turn that shit into some actual revenue. Because it would be nice. I see a lot of different content creators making big bucks and they kind of just move on with their lives. They entertain people, spend money on a bunch of cool shit. I would like to be one of those
If
people
you're
who makes a
alive,
lot of money and then
get
spends money
socialized.
on
Find
cool
a
shit, not
bar
for
with a beach
myself,
shawl.
right? Like
Anything.
I don't want to
The
be one of
rules of
them Twitch
fantasy.
streamers that got fucking six different neon signs in the background that they didn't bought, and they got their extra PC rig in the corner with the RGB, and they got this super cool fancy ass gamer chair, and they got the keyboard and everything, but like, you know, some of their supporters can't pay their rent type shit. Like I want to create a Discord community where like we actually just give back to people. Like, ordering people groceries and shit. Like think about it like this. If I send somebody $500 on Cash App, you could argue that maybe hold on, let me watching them trying to escape this mission is hilarious. But yeah, it's like uh I see so many content creators that are basically making hella bread. Like I said, they got all the cool shit in the background of their videos, all the pop figures, the neon signs, the special, oh, I got a million subscribers, YouTube flags, right? They have all of the cool shit in the background, but their community is like filled with people who are obviously dealing with a lot of adversity. And it's like you attract certain types of people specifically because you might be a content creator that talks about adversity, or you might be a content creator that specifically reacts to smaller content creators, right? But if all you're doing is reacting to those creators, but you're not like giving them any money or spending your money with those smaller creators, then essentially you're just you're just basically creating a monopoly on other people's suffering or other people's ability to entertain. And that's pretty much like what I'm seeing the mass majority, vast majority of the time on social media. I see people who are essentially capitalizing on other people's skill in terms of being entertaining and or capitalizing on other people's suffering. And then they make their money, everything's cool, but they don't really give back to their community in a way that isn't like a tax write-off. Because think about it like this. Plenty of YouTubers and Twitch streamers, they do charity streams, right? So we've seen these different content creators do charity streams, and in their charity streams, what they don't talk about is how much of that shit is literally just a tax write-off. So within the context of talking about like content creators in general, it's like I can understand why somebody doesn't want to just send $500 on Cash App to one of their random content creators. But think about it like this. If you went in your Discord as a content creator with millions of fans and you asked everybody, hey, does anybody need help with groceries? I could literally do like a bunch of grocery orders. You know what I'm saying? Like just set aside a little fund and just make sure everybody who's accessing the fund, fills out a little a Google Doc or something like that. That way, behind the scenes, instead of it just being a specific content creator that has access to that person's address, you can instead do something different where like you have a few professionals in your city, like literally in your city or in your state that you hire to like handle people's personal information, right? So if you actually want to get on a live stream and say, "Hey, I'm doing a charity live stream, but my charity live stream is going to be a little bit different. I don't want to just donate to some random charity that's already getting millions of dollars and basically use it as a tax write-off. What I want to do is I want to make sure money is going back into y'all pockets. Let me pay for all of y'all groceries this month, right? So that you know y'all can save up money. And that in the long run, that would make the consumers of your content have more money in their pocket, right? That means that's more money for y'all to pay for transportation. That's more money for y'all to pay for things that you just enjoy, like your hobbies and shit like that. And ultimately, if we're doing something like that on a monthly basis, then essentially I'm turning all of my riches, right? All of the millions and millions of views that I get, all of the thousands of dollars I might get in subs or bits or anything like that, it allows me to effectively funnel that back into my community directly, as opposed to passively by just giving people more entertainment. Because like we love to let content creators or not exacerbate, exaggerate the worth their entertainment brings to our individual lives, right? Like we love to pretend that all of these different individuals are so impactful in our everyday lives that if they stopped making entertaining content, it would just be all over. Like, I'm bringing, worth, my worth as a content creator. You come to me to make your lives better, to make your lives easier, to make you happier, and all of this other shit. And it's like that's cool, but the reality is anybody who comes to my channel, who sits through my ads, who spends money on subs, you're literally paying me to run my fucking mouth. That's the reality of all of the different content creators we are subscribed to. It's literally us paying these people to run their fucking mouths while sitting on their ass playing video games. And at most, right? If you've ever been in a romantic relationship, if you've ever had like close friends or cousins, and everybody was sitting around the TV, everybody sitting around the PS5, the PlayStation 2, whatever, depending on how old you are, right? The Wii, whatever game system you grew up with, and y'all had to debate with each other and basically run a democratic vote as to who was going to play what, like what game are we playing, what show are we watching, because it was so many of y'all in a room but only so much time y'all had to basically bounce from game to game to game. before somebody had to go home or y'all had to get ready for school tomorrow, whatever the case may be. So when we talk about content creators, oh, they sacrifice so much playing games that they might not even want to play. Bruh, the reality is these people are doing the same thing we naturally do when we share our time with people and maybe go to see a movie that not everybody wanted to go see. Every single time we as regular motherfuckers, right, choose to instead let somebody else have it. And basically, we're just like, all right, well, even though I don't really like this restaurant as much as this restaurant, or I don't really want to go see this movie as much as I want to go see this other movie, I'm still going to do the activity, right, with a smile on my face because it's mainly about the company. And like at this point, with me seeing firsthand, like, oh, I can actually attract a large demographic of people, right? Like I can get 10, 15, 20, 30 people on my stream just within the span of like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So if I can hop on Twitch after being as inconsistent as I was previously and still manage to like pull 30 something people, it's like, all right, to a certain capacity, it's definitely the algorithm. You want to use the research tab in you want to use the research function in the analytics tab of your creator dashboard to see like, all right, well, when am I likely to get the most viewers on my stream? Based off of whatever the fuck it is I happen to be doing at any given time, right? And then on top of that, a lot of that shit is just luck. And then the last thing is actually having some shit to talk about and just being honest when you don't have anything to talk about. Because sometimes I hop on here and I really don't have shit to talk about. So I spend like an hour basically playing the game in silence. But like that's just what it is. And on that day, people who fuck with my content are probably going to be like, it's not as entertaining as it is. I just kind of want to sit with him because, I've kind of gotten used to his voice. So it's like it's like a parallel play where neither one of y'all are talking. You're just casually watching somebody do some shit, right? So it's definitely possible to attract an audience without really having to do too much. But at the end of the day, I definitely feel like as consumers, we should definitely be taking more responsibility and personal accountability for what becomes popular once we start complaining about originality in content or AI slop and all of this other shit. Essentially, our behavior as consumers is what gives AI slop so much power and so much influence. Because if you don't like, I said this in a previous live stream, but most people don't care about the entertainers, they care about the entertainment. So as long as some shit is entertaining, you'll keep tuning into it. That's why so many controversial and honestly cruel ass, terrible, evil ass content creators can continue to make content and blow the fuck up. Because what happens is they say a bunch of crazy, mean, evil shit. Then your favorite good-hearted, wholesome content creators, they go watch that fucking video in full. And they might make a video that's twice as long as the original video, right? Say like an asshole on social media makes a video that's an hour and a half long, ranting about, how black people are criminals and all of this other goofy shit, and basically generalizing, taking criminology statistics out of context, right? They're talking about the murder rate, but never being specific and accurate and telling people, oh, that's non-negligent manslaughter, shit like that. Let's just say they make an hour and a half long video about that. People who are disputing that will in turn make a video that's like 2.5 hours fucking long about the video that nobody wants to watch. So now, even if nobody wanted to watch that original video that was done by the asshole content creator, right? Now they have a sweethearted, supposedly altruistic and benevolent content creator who's gonna watch the whole fucking video anyway. So in turn, that person's name is now getting traction. So say like with the Chud the Builder situation, say like obviously to me, I'm not gonna go up to random white people in public and be like, yeah, cracker, this is that and the third. And then when they freak the fuck out and try to swing on me because I'm approaching them on some crazy shit when they got their kids with them and maybe they feel threatened, they don't know why I'm approaching them with this type of energy and their fight or flight response kicks in, right? That makes sense to me. As a person who does combat sports, I understand that a person's fight or flight response is triggered by their amygdala. And the amygdala is not something that you can just argue with. That's some shit that you have to train like for years and years to basically not respond to certain things. So I understand it's not fair for me to run up on random white people and go, yeah, cracker, and like expect them not to freak out in any way, shape, or form, right? I expect them to freak out because that's just science, right? Science don't really give a fuck about my personal feelings and don't really care that I kind of want to troll people and it's just a joke, it's just a joke. So on the flip side, right? I understand how like a lot of people would be mad at the Chud the Builder situation and be like, okay, all of these weirdo content creators that are going up to black people saying the N-word and then saying, oh, don't chimp out, don't chimp out. That's super corny, it's super fucked up, it's very cruel. I understand that. But the problem is Chud the Builder's name will be trending more than the names of people who are reacting to it. Because again, no matter who you are as a person and no matter how you feel about Chud the Builder, y'all motherfuckers keep reacting to the content and putting his name and shit. So now, even though you're getting all the millions of views and your channel is doing well, your channel is pushing this person's name. So now this person's name is trending more than your video is because this person's name is attached to all of y'all content. So even the people that you hate on social media are going to go viral, right? And they're going to be trending and they're going to get these sponsorships as long as the companies can basically keep shit on the low, or some companies will basically blatantly sponsor a terrible person or a person with like very cruel ideology, so on and so forth. They'll be blatantly like disrespectful and upfront about sponsoring these types of people, and they'll get away with it because they're essentially making so much money off of this person's name. Because no matter what, a lot of people don't really want to admit that simply talking about the subject instead of letting professionals, handle it, right? Oftentimes is what gives that other thing so much power. And the reason why a lot of people don't like admitting that is because a lot of very violent racist people will turn around when they get caught and they'll basically be like, well, me saying and doing all of this violent shit towards people, you know, you're basically giving it more power by talking about it, right? We have a lot of people who will say and do real cruel shit, but then they'll hop on social media and be like, well, you're basically giving it more power by talking about it. That's not what this is. I'm basically trying to help people understand the nuance between talking about actual violence versus simply bringing up a certain person's name in conversation. We're talking about two totally different things. And and because of those things kind of bumping into each other when you're coming across people who may mean well but they don't really have any real academic or professional experience in the behavioral sciences and or in communication, essentially what happens is you have people on all different sides trying to make a one size fits all type statement about various things that different people consider controversial. And that's how we get people who don't think it's controversial to say the N word. Or at the same time being like, it can't be controversial to say the N word because black people say the N word. There's no other example of people picking and choosing like that. And it's like, then you get to women calling each other bitch and cunt and all of this other shit. And you realize, oh, there are a lot of people right? Regardless of, gender identity or whatever, there are a lot of people who will call a woman a bitch or a cunt, but it's accepted because they are from a trusted demographic. Whether they're from a trusted demographic, meaning them being a woman means like automatically they kind of assume, that it's not coming from a place of rudeness, or they have been around that other person for so long that now, you know what I'm saying? Like they know for sure that person doesn't mean anything by it.
I'ma fucking blast you. Shit, who got hit? Oh,
You know,
oh shit. What up, truck stop? What? Need some ammo?
ad ends in 20 seconds. It's the one thing I dislike about doing content creation. Like, regardless of what the point of your content creation is, you're still kind of funneled into a category of like, yeah, you still got to make money. We're still gonna run ads on your shit. But yeah, like across the board, long tail short, there's just so much shit going on when it comes to social media that no matter what it is you're talking about, no matter how responsible you are, there will always be millions of people who don't like you for the wrong reasons that don't really make sense. And then there's going to be a lot of content creators that say that and then try to point to themselves like, oh, people don't like me for no reason. There's no valid reason why people don't like me. I don't understand.
Reloading.
So it's like it for everything you could say, for everything you can do, for everything you can, try to clean up and apologize for. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just yeah, it's just a mess. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is um on one hand, people care so little about entertainers and care so much about entertainment that instinctually they'll give their attention to some shit no matter how fucked up it is. And then on top of that, the standard of education and the standard of everyone's expectations are very, very fucked up. Because basically, everybody, everybody is on some, only God can judge me. You know, y'all think y'all better than somebody else. Like, remember that episode of Gumball where it was like, check your privilege? That's pretty much everybody now. It's like you're either on some check your privilege type shit where you basically are playing victim Olympics, right? Where it's not really about helping victims at all, right? It's not about helping victims. It's not about creating support systems. It's literally just about running your fucking mouth about who isn't doing what they're supposed to do and basically masking your own unfair criticism and your own narcissistic behavior behind the mask of activism. Then on the other hand, you got people who are basically like, nothing is real, words are just words, all this cancel culture, oh my gosh. And it's like underneath all of that, they want to like they want to they want to your body my rules people. You feel what I'm saying? Like they don't Like they really hiding some dark shit. Like people be trying to pass everything off as a joke. People be trying to like, yeah, but it's like,
A consummate
yeah, like
professional
no.
as always. Now we got the
So it's
real
like
deal
I
dissected
constantly
down to the
feel
minute.
uneasy because it's very difficult to tell when you're too far over the line unless you've gone back
And then we
and
got the
rewatched
robot
all of that
inside the
person's old
machine.
content,
The story
or
unfolds
you're
in
watching it
real
all for the
time.
first time, right? You basically have to go back in time on a person's channel and watch all of their shit to to figure out, all right, are you saying this about cancel culture because you actually believe in science and understanding that it's not that facts don't care about the feelings, it's that feelings are a part of the facts, and that's why we study psychology, right? But that's also within reason. You can't just use your feelings to override everything, right? Like everything is nuanced. It's like, or are you just saying that shit because you punched your girlfriend on the face on stream and you're trying to like clean shit up and you know play the philosopher to get yourself out the consequences of putting your hands on your partner or some shit. Like or did you call somebody the N-word or say some crazy shit politically that wasn't objectively true? Or you took objective truth and then, you know, when it gave you an inch, you took a mile, and now you're pulling some JonTron shit, saying some off the wall shit that you can't even back up in a debate. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's some shit that's not backed up by science, or some shit that's still up for interpretation, and you're like, I choose to interpret it in the most fucked up way I possibly could. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I basically, TED talked and concerned, ramblings, because that's the playlist I got on my YouTube channel. Concerned ramblings. But I concerned rambled my way through the last, 30-ish minutes of my stream. I'm gonna hop off. I think Miss Blick's recommended stream is gonna pop up on here. So
Solid
once
work,
I
G.
disconnect,
So I'm planning
her
ahead.
stream should actually
But
pop up
right,
on my
I
channel.
gotta get to work on right now. I'll be in touch.
But yeah, gonna end the stream. Ugh. I might take a nap. I might not. We finna see. As always, love yourself. Because if y'all don't love yourself, how the hell y'all supposed to know if somebody else really love you or not? Be yourself, because being somebody else takes way too much effort, and we all have enough on our plate already. I'm Kami the Wolf Boy, aka Pretty Blicky, aka Slick Blick, aka your favorite baby father, and I'm gonna hop off stream, but I'm gonna stay here and talk for like a couple more minutes while it's slowly but surely, what I'm saying, ending the shits. I don't like to just abruptly end my streams. I feel like that's impersonal. Also, I really, really like this little pixelated stream shit. I might stick with this for the rest of the. You know what? I think I will stick with this one until I get my own animated, customized shits. I think that's how I'm finna do it. I'm gonna say how I'm gonna finna do it.